um,
Uh-oh.
that I'm funny in a way. Uh, so in basic, I had no filter because I have ADD and I had to go in unmedicated. I made a drill sergeant rage quit without getting in trouble.
Wow. Damn.
So first time he sees me, I have my glasses are about this big, right? They're massive. They're brown plastic. They're horrible. They don't thin down your lenses, and so I'm legally blind. My eyes look freaking weird. He immediately stops, and stares at me, and he's like, "Holy shit! Tell me the winning lottery numbers." I have no idea what he wants, so I'm like, "Excuse me, Jill Sargent." Trying to be proper, trying to be good,
Yes.
give him no reason to punish me. He goes, "The lens is that thick, you gotta see the motherfucking future or some shit." And I did the worst possible thing I could do in that moment. I laughed my ass off.
Yup.
I was bullied in high school, and I have a passive aggressive mother. They had no idea what they were walking into with me.
Okay. So what happened next? Keep going. This is interesting.
So he had me on the ground doing push-ups. A little while later, I'm sitting there doing something with my rifle like I'm supposed to. And he goes, "Abernathy." And I look at him. He goes, "If you look at the sun, your eyes are going to burn out of your fucking head." He's trying to get me to get upset about my glasses. And I just grinned up at him. I'm like, "I know, drill sergeant, the doctor said something about that. I think I should have been issued a profile. Or at least some sunglasses." And he just stares at me for a second like, the audacity of this bitch. Like, you just saw, like, all the gears in his head stop for a second. And he goes, "What the fuck, private push?" I'm like, "Son of a bitch."
Okay.
So it became the game of, could Drill Sergeant Lund make Private Abernathy cry?
And it never happened.
Nope.
Yup, yeah, because those little things are like nothing. Like when you get bullied when you're younger.
Oh, not younger. I'm talking all the way through high school. I was slapped, kicked,
yeah.
on. They threatened to drag me across the lobby by my hair. They told me I was ugly and that I would die alone. Oh, it was bad.
See,
it's on them because now I have 3 partners.
Fair enough. I mean, if you're happy, that's all that matters.
Shit. I got the 3 boys and the 1 girl. That's what it is. Kayla's been working so much that I forget that she's at the house most of the time.
Oh my god, that's messed up.
No, she's either working, because she works really hard as a service manager at a Walmart Auto Care, and then she's going to school online. So she comes home, she goes right into her bedroom to do schoolwork. So I don't see her very much. So I kind of forgot Kaylin was there for a minute.
Okay.
So anyway, we're out of this other event called Pugils.
Okay.
Which is where you get to beat each other up with giant foam Q-tips. It's fun as hell.
American Gladiator.
It's bayonet practice, but it basically turns into they put us all in a ring and make us go gladiator style at each other. It's fantastic. But this is about 4 weeks in, and the guys are looking at the females like, they'll do. They're not really sure. They don't really care what we look like. It's just, that's a girl.
Okay.
I wish I were kidding. So they're starting to be like, "How you doing?" And he comes stomping over. He goes, "Males, what are you doing to them females? Females, do you know what these males are? They ain't nothing but deadbeat daddies. Although Abernathy, you don't have to worry because none of them will touch your ugly ass." My biggest smile, super sunny. I'm like, "That's okay, Jill Sargent. I don't want them to. Have you smelled them?" He just stares at me for a second and goes, "Fuck," and storms off in the other direction.
What the fuck? It's just the fact of how angry he's getting.
I know.
That's the thing.
Finally, at the end of it all, I had broken my finger actually during the whole thing, like during the whole basic. And I was in a cast. I was about to be sent to the rehab facility on campus on post, and I had to go to a new unit. But he tried to make fun of my name. It's the last thing he could think of, and he looks at me and goes, "Abernathy, your last name sounds like a disease. I'm gonna call you epilepsy." So for the rest of my time at that basic, I was private epilepsy.
Okay.
And I just kind of grinned at him. He didn't care. I didn't care.
Oh, that would have been great if you collapsed like you had a seizure.
No, I did have so the other girl who was being sent out at the same time had threatened to commit suicide to get out of being in basic.
Okay.
And so he started calling her private emo because she's trying to cut her wrist.
Okay.
Yeah. She was like whining though. She's like, they're being so mean to me. And I'm like, this is the army. What were you expecting? A hug?
A hug.
Thank you for the titties.
Thank you for 50 today's.
So we're at the back of the line because they make sure that the soldiers who are actively training eat before we do, which is fair. And so he's in the back with us, and he looks at her and he goes, Perry, when you go to that defect, I do not want you to say one commando. I want you to yell at the top of your lungs, one emo. And beautifully, she starts crying. So by the time she's get there, she's in a full bawling episode. Just like, an emo! And I'm just watching like, are you kidding?
Wow.
And I'm like, you want me to say one broken soldier? And I hold up my cat. He goes, would you get the fuck in there? Okay. How is that dumb shit? Still that dumb shit. I'm aware.
That drill sergeant probably misses you.
Actually, the one day he almost got me. I wasn't allowed to do a training exercise due to my broken finger. And he was like, oh, Abernathy can't come play today because your little finger hurts. And I was getting frustrated. And I started tearing up. And my drill sergeant, this guy wasn't even my drill sergeant, by the way. He wasn't even in charge of my platoon. He was just friends with my drill sergeant. So I had to deal with this shit. So my drill sergeant calls me over. And because you have 3 in each platoon. So 2 of mine were sitting there.
Okay.
I come over without a battle buddy, which is weird because you always have a battle buddy. So I'm over there alone, which is off-putting to begin with, because there's 2 of them. And he's like, I'm going to tell you something. And if you ever tell anybody that I said this, I will categorically deny it and then smoke the fuck out of you. Okay? He goes, when we make fun of you like this, because we like you. And we know you got this. And I was like, huh. And then it gets Carver's like kind of awkward. I'm like, can I go sit down now? Yeah, get the fuck out of here.